2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia 2.0T AWD. Momentarily set aside the 505 horsepower snarl of the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio's Ferrari-derived V6. And even the mainstream 2017 Giulia sedan presents as a stylish, backroad charmer when properly equipped with its available chassis upgrades. Attractive and capable as it may be, though, in its standard configuration, and with the added heft of all-wheel drive, this Alfa leaves the Italian marque's anima feeling a touch soft. Highs, classy looks and ambience, tactile steering, all-wheel grip off the line. Lows, more weight up front, meager lateral grip without performance tires, oppressive electronic nannies. Opting for a second-driven axle on the Giulia inflates its base price by $2,000 to $40,990. As with the rear drive example we previously tested, our AWD test car was of the Alfa's grander T-spec, which tacks on another $2,000 over the base trim and brings several standard and optional equipment groups. Notably absent, however, was the T's $2,250 sport package with 19-inch wheels, which fits the car with a Quadrifoglio aping tracksuit and replaces the T's 18-inch wheels and all season rubber with larger staggered width performance tires. An 18-inch sport package brings similar aesthetics sans the upgraded footwear. Also missing was the T's $1,200 performance package and its adaptive dampers, limited slip rear differential, and column-mounted aluminum paddle shifters. Compared with the rear drive car, that featured both equipment upgrades, this 3660-pound AWD example was only 24 pounds heavier. Not so fancy footwear. All non-Quadrifoglio Giulias sport a turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4 mated to a smooth and well-sorted 8-speed automatic transmission. Output is a hearty 280 horsepower, along with 306 pounds-foot of torque that manifests with little lag at 2,000 revs. Thanks to its greater traction off the line, our test car scooted to 60 miles per hour in 5.5 seconds and covered the quarter mile in 14.1 at 100 miles per hour. Beating the rear drive Giulia 2.0T by 0.2 seconds in both measures. That's still slightly off the pace of the four-cylinder Audi A4, BMW 3 Series, and Cadillac Austrian Schillings. Yet it's well ahead of a comparable Mercedes-Benz C-Class. The all-wheel drive Giulia's fuel economy also lags behind that of most of its rivals. Despite matching the previous test car's 32 miles per gallon on our 75 mile per hour highway test and bettering it by 2 miles per gallon overall with a 23 mile per gallon average. Chalk up most of this example's greater efficiency to it simply being less rewarding to drive hard without the available performance upgrades. The meager grip supplied by the T's standard 225/45 R18 Bridgestone Turanza EL 450 all season-run flat tires overshadowed any additional understeer at the limit from the AWD Alfa's greater front-to-rear weight balance. 52.048.0% versus the rear driver's 49.850.2. Compared to the rear drive car with its stickier 19-inch Pirelli P0s, this Giulia's 70 mph to zero stopping distance stretched from 163 feet to a lengthy 186. The modest rubber also conspires with the cautious, undefeatable stability control system to rush to the rescue in corners well before the Alfa's chassis has quit the fight, limiting it to just 0.79 grams on the skid pit versus the previous car's 0.88 grams. Curb your gusto behind the thin-rimmed steering wheel, and the standard Giulia feels taut and compassed yet rides impressively well on its standard dampers. While the less aggressive tires remove some of the crispness from the Alfa's talkative helm, its steering firms up nicely with the DNA driving mode selector set to its D dynamic setting. Left in its natural position, the car is calm and collected on the road, albeit without the fizz of the sportier mode's heightened responses for the engine and transmission. Our major gripe is with Alfa's brake-by-wire setup and the wooden, non-linear feel it imparts in the brake pedal, particularly at around town speeds. Making an Alfa. The Giulia has an undeniably pretty shape, and the 20-spoke Lusso wheels on our test car lent it an additional shot of elegance. Its cabin also has the style and warmth to set it apart from the cold, tech-heavy environs of many luxury cars. Even though this Alfa still has room to improve on fit and finish before it can rival Audi or Mercedes-Benz interiors. In lieu of performance options, our $51,490 example was loaded with more than $10K in extra luxuries. Highlighted by the $2,000 T trim upgrade, a host of active safety features, and the $2,250 T Lusso light wood package. The aforementioned 18-inch wheels, walnut wood trim, leather on the dash and upper door panels, 8-way power-adjustable front seats, and a flat-bottom steering wheel. The Giulia sedan is a worthy and spirited ambassador of Alfa's 21st century re-emergence in the U.S. market. But some augmentation is still required for it to be at its best. While the Giulia represents the warm and fuzzy alternative to conventional luxury that we expect from an Italian brand, one must spring for the handling upgrades to fully experience its character.